Is it baby time? 12 surprising early pregnancy symptoms. Ever wondered if that little twinge or craving is a sign you're expecting? You're not alone. We're diving into the wild roller coaster of the 2-week wait and sharing the earliest signs of pregnancy you might be missing. Number 8 might surprise you. Hey there, future mamas and papas. Welcome back to Bumpin' Baby, where we dive into all things parenting, so you're ready for it. Today, we're talking about that nail-biting, nerve-wracking, hold-your-breath period known as the 2-week wait. The 2-week wait. Those 14 days are a wild emotional ride. The bloating, the peeing, and the exhaustion can all have you wondering, is this it? Could it be? Pregnancy symptoms can look a lot like your period. Less than ideal, right? But we're all here to break down the top signs that it's a baby on the way, not on flow. All right, let's dive into the mystery of the 2-week wait. What exactly is it, and what's happening in your body during this time? The 2-week wait is that nail-biting period between ovulation and when you either get your period or find out if you're pregnant. It's called the 2-week wait because it typically lasts about 14 days. But this is different for everyone. During this time, your body is doing some pretty amazing things. Whether you end up being pregnant or getting your period. After ovulation, if an egg meets sperm and gets fertilized, it starts a journey down the fallopian tube to the uterus. This takes about 6 to 12 days. If it successfully implants in the uterine lining, congratulations, your pregnancy journey has begun. During these 2 weeks, you might notice early pregnancy signs like breast tenderness, fatigue, or even slight cramping and spotting known as implantation bleeding. But if the egg doesn't get fertilized, your body will start to prepare for your next cycle. The uterine lining will shed, and you'll get your period. If you're not pregnant, you might experience typical pre-period symptoms like bloating, mood swings, and cramps. It's your body's way of resetting and getting ready for that next cycle. Whether you end up with a positive pregnancy test or you're gearing up for another cycle, remember that 2-week wait is a time of incredible changes and possibilities. So what are some of those early signs that might just hint a little bundle of joy is on the way? Let's dive in. First up, breast tenderness. Are your breasts heavy, achy, or super sensitive? If this is you before your period, it can be hard to tell what's normal and what's a baby. But if your girls are suddenly more sensitive than the usual PMS soreness, particularly in your nipples, it could be an early sign of pregnancy. So if you're feeling a bit tender in the chest area, it might just be your body's way of saying, get ready, mama. Fatigue. Or let's be real, exhaustion. If you feel like you've run a marathon just by getting out of bed, it's not just the Monday blues. Early pregnancy takes a toll on your body. Your heart pumps faster and your body temperature rises, both of which can drain your energy and leave you tired. If you're in bed by 6:30 and sleep like the dead, you might be pregnant. Nausea and vomiting. And no, it's not just morning sickness. Sometimes it's an all-day affair. One of the earliest signs of pregnancy can be mild nausea or motion sickness. Higher levels of HCG, the hormone produced by the placenta, means more nausea. So if you're a passenger princess who suddenly gets car sick, it may be time to buy a pregnancy test. Cravings or food aversions? If you suddenly can't get enough of pickles or peanut butter, or the mere thought of your favorite meal makes you gag, you might be cooking more than you think. Pregnancy hormones can heighten your sense of taste and smell. That means loving or hating certain foods. Some theories suggest that pregnancy cravings help your body get what it needs, like craving ice when you need more calcium. So if you're hitting salty snacks more than usual or living on candy, there might be a bun in the oven. Implantation bleeding / cervical mucus. Do you spot before your period? If not, a little spotting and a change in discharge could be early signs your body is getting ready for baby. Not sure if it's implantation bleeding or on flow? Implantation bleeding is more like discharge than a period and can be brown, dark brown, or slightly pink. Spotting can be tricky, and it's best to wait for a missed period or take a home pregnancy test if you're anxious. Just remember, taking a test too early can mean a false negative. Increased urination. If you're peeing like there's no tomorrow, it might be more than that extra glass of water. Increased urination might be the first thing that comes to mind when you think about pregnancy symptoms. Pregnancy hormones, progesterone, and HCG are the culprits behind your mad bathroom dashes. So if you're crossing your legs when you sneeze and cursing your granny bladder, pregnancy might be on the cards. Heightened sense of smell. If you can suddenly smell your neighbor's dinner from 3 houses down, you might have a baby on board. There might not be a scientific reason for a superior sniffer, but a heightened sense of smell is often one of the first signs of pregnancy. Perfume, raw meat, mayonnaise, you name it. Anything is fair game when your nose is in overdrive. So if you're feeling like a bloodhound on the scent trail, it might just be your body's way of saying there's a baby bump loading. Let's talk about something a little less glamorous, but very real. Constipation. Yep, you heard that right. If you're suddenly finding yourself spending more time in the bathroom but not seeing much action, it could be another sign your body is gearing up for baby. Those lovely pregnancy hormones, particularly progesterone, can slow down your digestive system. So if you're feeling a little backed up, it might just be your body's way of saying, hey, there's a baby on board. Mood swings. 1 minute you're laughing at a cute puppy video, and the next, you're tearing up because someone finished the ice cream. Those pregnancy hormones, especially estrogen and progesterone, are working overtime and can turn you into an emotional ping pong ball. So if you're riding the mood swing express, it might just be a sign that there's a little one on the way. Let's talk about another early sign that might catch you off guard. Bloating. Yep, that's right. If you're feeling more puffed up than usual, it could be more than just last night's pasta dinner. Those lovely pregnancy hormones, particularly progesterone, are to blame once again. They cause your digestive system to slow down, which can lead to that uncomfortable, bloated feeling. Now let's talk about a symptom that can sneak up on you. Backache. If you're feeling more aches and pains in your lower back, it might be a sneaky baby signal. The ligaments in your back soften and stretch when you're pregnant. This puts strain on your lower back and pelvis. Lastly, let's talk about one of the most telltale signs of pregnancy, a missed period. If Aunt Flo hasn't shown up on schedule, it might be more than a fluke. A missed period is often the first big hint that you might be expecting. Your body skips its regular cycle because it's busy working on something much bigger, growing a baby. While there can be other reasons for a missed period, like stress or changes in weight, if you're trying to conceive, it's definitely worth taking a pregnancy test. Seeing those 2 little lines can be the confirmation you've been waiting for. Think you might be pregnant? Just remember, the best way to be sure if your symptoms are baby-related is to see your medical professional. Your family doctor or OB can give you the confirmation you need and guide you through the next steps. Trying to conceive is a wild and emotional ride. If you're on this journey, we're here cheering you on every step of the way. Thanks for tuning in to Bumpin' Baby. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more fun and relatable pregnancy and parenting content. And tell us in the comments, what early pregnancy signs did you have? Until next time, keep laughing and loving on this crazy parenting adventure.